All right, dog. This week in the NFL, we had some notable games as usual. My Packers continue to own the Chicago Bears, the dirty, filthy, stinking, low down, dirty
That's what Aaron Rodgers said.
Chicago Bears. That what he said. But I have a comment on that. Yo Dallas Cowboys season defeated the Patriots in OT. One that seemed to really mess with Cowboy fans' blood pressure all across the country. You know what I'm saying? The ebbs and flows of that game. I know you can
Man,
speak on that. The Pittsburgh Steelers, another national brand, defeated a Russell Wilson less Seahawks.
What up, Dylan?
Shout out to my young boy Dylan Smith, our resident Pittsburgh Steelers fan. He in Texas about that one, did he?
No,
They
he
should
did
have
not.
won that game. They should have won that. He would have hit us up if they lost, though. And we just saw the Tennessee Titans defeat the Buffalo Bills and another stellar performance by Derrick Henry. Before I throw it to my brother Ray Caesar Leo, I will just say this, put this out here on Front Street about that Packer game since it was the 12 o'clock game, the highlight over there on Fox. This might be the first time we beat the Bears that I was not elated. Because on that run that Aaron made, on the Bear play where he ended up telling the chick in the stands,
right,
I own y'all.
right.
All I could think about was the NFC Championship game. I came on here on this show and defended that man when they said he should have ran on that third down.
Mm-hmm.
I came on here and said, no, y'all, he 36, 37, whatever he was at the time. He wasn't going to make that, man. He ain't no way. He showed me on that run that he should have run in the NFC Championship game against the Bucks.
Still got it.
We should have been playing in that Super Bowl. So that's why I couldn't really get hype about that because I'm thinking about what he should have done. Like, that's the reason why I be separating him from Tom Brady and from Peyton Manning, because he can run like that. And in the moment where he needed to do it, he couldn't do it. Packers fans that's out there, tell me in the comment section if y'all felt the same way. I can't be the only one. And
somebody felt that. Somebody felt that.
Somebody felt that. Somebody mind harkened back to that. Okay. But we did get the win. But Caesar Leo, I would love to hear what you got to say about your Cowboys and Trayvon Diggs, who is looking like
He is. And that's the hot take for me.
He is.
You can go ahead and book it now. And if it's not happening, then someone should be ashamed. Trayvon Diggs is a defensive player of the year today. Meaning if he doesn't pick off another pass, if he doesn't return another one for 6, he's a defensive player of the year today. Yeah. And it's week 6. So we got 11 more games.
12.
To get 12, excuse me. Yeah, 2 weeks to get done. And that's the dominance that he has shown at that position, unlike any we've seen in a while. Listen, Jalen Ramsey is a shutdown corner. My guy up in Buffalo, he's a shutdown corner. So there are shutdown corners, but we haven't seen a guy like this that has the ball skills to literally put points on the board or cause turnovers every single time he plays. Every single time he plays, he's going to make something happen. It's weird. It's weird. And when I say this, y'all know what I'm talking about because I'm a Cowboys fan that y'all know personally. It's weird for my guys to be this good and I'm not like celebratory about it. I've always wanted them to be this good since I was like, man, a little kid. Like we've been good in spurts, but not to the point where I sit back and every time a team takes a lead, I don't panic. I'm just like, oh, they'll figure it out. Oh, they'll figure it out. Like at no point. Now I was stressing. Don't get me wrong, because I was at a family member's wedding and I was sitting on the back row of the wedding watching the game on my phone. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to my cousin Micah Tanner, by the way. You and your wife, man, beautiful union. And I was in the back trying to make sure I didn't ruin it. So I put my phone down, pick it up, put it down, pick it up. And so I was going through those wave of emotions from the back end of the fourth quarter through overtime. Between Trayvon being the lead for defensive player of the year. And I'm just telling y'all, Dak is not going for comeback player of the year. Dak is going for MVP. That's what he's looking for right now. That offense to me, and this is not just a Cowboy fan talking, that's the best offense in the NFL today because we got everything. We have no weakness offensively. Defensively, I still think there's a hint of smoke and mirrors. So we got to work out some kinks. I think some of that is we'll get Tank Lawrence back and we'll get some more pieces to kind of work through some of the rough patches that we have right now. And I think we'll be a more cohesive unit. But for right now, for my money, and I cannot believe I'm saying this, the Dallas Cowboys have what it takes to play for a Super Bowl.
Are you telling people to buy their Super Bowl tickets now, like Mike Irvin did?
I'm not, because we talked about this. Wells has said it. T, you said it. Joe has said it. This is a game of attrition, especially with an extra week. And so, man, you can look great because part of us looking great is that all of our guys are healthy at the same time and playing. Right? That's just a part of it. There are good teams out there that are losing guys and they just can't compete anymore. The San Francisco 49ers, right? Like that's just what it looks like. So I won't say that. I won't say that because it's a long season. But when you play in the NFC East this year, man, we could look in 4 weeks from now, we can have the East sold up. So for me, I just got to give a shout out to the Dallas Cowboys because that game we played against the Patriots is a game we would lose in the past. But I see guys know how to win. Now, that's a culture change. I talked about that on the show last season. You got to change the culture. I do think the culture has changed, and I'm just afraid. I don't want to jinx it, so I'm going to shut up at this time.
Right.
See, what were your thoughts on this past week in the NFL, man?
Does anybody know about that guy in that purple uniform that just keep doing what he do? Is anybody gonna just like? I know it's sexy to talk about Herbert. I know Kyle is lovable because he's just such a diminutive, great talent. I get it. But yeah, I mean, I get it. It's Lamar. And I know when the man say thank you, Middle East, I know how people feel about that.
How you feel about it? You love it.
That's my guy. That's my guy.
Right.
All right.
Thank you, Miss Lisa.
Thank you, Miss Lisa. I might tell Miss Amber put that on the shirt.
Thank you, Miss Lisa.
Thank you, Miss Lisa. But Lamar is the front running MVP, and here's why. Because he's doing more with less.
Yes, indeed.
He's doing more with less. He's taking Latavius, who didn't get the contract he wanted in New Orleans. He's taking a guy named Tyson Williams. He's got a retread in Le'Veon Bell. I hate saying that, but it's true. He got retreads in Le'Veon Bell and Devontae Freeman. He's only got one good receiver in Marquise Brown. Mark Andrews is a stud, but they know they're keying on him. And somehow, some way, he keep coming up with the same fucking stuff like every single day.
Hey, come on now.
And it's just crazy, man. Lamar is just growing, and that's the thing. Like going back to when that dude came out in that draft, man, he was sitting there in that green suit, waiting to get his name called.
Heisman winner, bro.
Heisman winner.
Should have been back to back because if I'm not mistaken, I might be mistaken. His numbers were comparable. I'm not mistaken on that.
No,
if not better the next year.
Okay, so we here now at a point where we gonna have to go ahead and say that Baltimore, they just have a different thing going in that locker room. The culture is different there.
Great coach.
It always has been.
Yeah.
And that's a credit to Harbaugh.
Yep.
But this year is different because it's like, all right, Lamar, we know you're that guy. Even though they don't put you in that vein with Mahomes, they want to push Herbert out in front. They want to give me Murray. They want to give me, I mean, of course, that people are going to give me Dak, but Dak has been doing things. Dak did it from the gate. He gave you 13-3 from the gate. So we know what it is.
Yeah.
But Lamar this year, man, he just like whatever play, whatever throw I need to make, whatever play I need to make, whatever I need to do with my legs, with my arm. And the beauty of it is, and I go back to this, is that Coach Harbaugh is willing to turn to that man and say, what's up? I trust your instincts. I trust your skills. I trust your ability. What's up? What you want to do? How you want to play this? How you want to do it? And that speaks volumes because I'm looking at all the other quarterbacks in the league. I said this on show few weeks back. Russell don't get that same. Who am I missing? Teddy Bridgewater ain't gonna get it. I mean, it's just
you're right. You said
Aaron ain't gonna get it.
didn't
Aaron ain't gonna get it.
Now I was just stepping about. Yeah,
I mean,
he
it's
should
just
have run
it's
for
just
it
a
on that
lot of
third
players
down.
in the league that just not gonna get the same kind of vote of confidence that Lamar Jackson gets. And right now, for me, today, granted, Kyler is 6-0. You can love what you love about Herbert. Mahomes, we might have to talk to Joe about is he Jordan-esque or not at the rate we going right now. We had to come to Joe on that. Joe's the resident Jordan-esque guy.
I told you I let him go through something first. I said that.
But Lamar right now is the MVP, in my opinion.
No doubt.
Because he just does more with less. He's been doing more with less. And I wouldn't mind seeing him do it twice. Be fine with me.
If I go ahead and win the award twice?
Just get it twice. Go on, get it twice.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never seen that in my lifetime.
Scariest football player on the planet, that's for sure.
And remember, they had to co-MVP it with Steve, with McNair.
Now, I will say my boy got 3 now. My boy got 3.
Yeah, A-Rod got 3. Uh-huh.
A-Rod got 3.
Brady got what, 3? What? How many Peyton ended up with? 4, 5 of them things? I think Peyton ended up like 4 or 5.
Might have been 4, I think.
Brett Favre got like 3 straight.
I had to pull it up. Brett has 3.
I had to pull it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think so.
We feel you on that. I got him. The bigger question to me is he the best player in football, period? We're gonna have to do a deep dive on that. JoJo, what'd you think about this past week in the NFL, dog?
Well, man, T, you pretty much took my point that I was gonna make about Lamar.
My bad.
But no, it's okay. I'll say this: San Francisco, we won this week. Thank God. We ain't play nobody, so that's a win. That's a win in the book. We're trying to get healthy. I'm gonna talk about the Browns and Cardinals. I know the Browns was banged up. Chubb was out. We know Landry is out, but I'm gonna say this: Baker is another Kirk Cousins.
Ooh, the boy. That boy coming inflammatory tonight.
If he don't have a run game, Baker is non-existent.
Joe, you can't say that this man is fighting for a contract, man. What are you doing?
I'm trying to take all his money.
I'm sorry. The Browns gonna pay him. The Browns still gonna do Browns things.
They are. You're right.
They gonna pay him. They're still gonna pay him. I will say this.
They probably are.
And I can't believe I'm saying this. Well, first I'm gonna say this. I got 2 QBs that's going for comeback player of the year for the Niners. We just want them to come back and play for us.
Shut your mouth.
That's what I'm talking about.
Get it together.
Yes, won't he will?
And the Cardinals.
We got to get that on a shirt too.
The Cardinals are scary, man.
Yeah,
they scary.
Like, how do you stop them?
You can't.
You may just get somebody else. They just signed Ertz, didn't it?
They got Ertz. They got 2.
They just be adding.
You got Hopkins, you got Green, you got Ertz, you got Connor in the backfield, you got Rondale Moore.
I need to see who their GM is.
Joe.
We ripped the head coach, but we never looked at who the GM is. Real quick.
What's that?
Do you think Tampa Bay over there going, man, we thought we were doing the right thing?
Yeah.
These boys doing the most.
Hey, I don't know what they got. I said I don't trust the coach, but it may not even matter.
It don't matter about Kingsbury.
Yeah. You know what's really funny, and kind of like to y'all's point. Tom Brady allegedly left the AFC because it was so stacked, right? It had Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes, and the old young guns starting to come up.
Right.
He he got his Super Bowl, so I mean he's the man, but he got to deal with Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson when he comes back, Matthew Stafford. Like these are all legitimate like playoff championship. Aaron Rodgers
still.
That's 5, dude. That is 5, in my opinion, 5 top-notch quarterbacks that Tom Brady at some point is going to have to pay a visit to 3 of the 5 at some point.
Exactly.
So we'll see how it goes.
But yeah, man, the Cardinals, and this is a Niner fan saying it, they look scary.
Oh, they are scary. Go on, say they are scary. They are scary.
I'm with y'all on Lamar, man. I'm with y'all on Dak. And let me put this on wax. I need America to stop acting like Dak just got like this.
Come on now. Talk on it.
We've said this on this show before. I don't know if other shows talking about it because they outside of Mississippi. Okay.
He been doing it.
In college.
He been doing this.
This man took the Mississippi State Bulldogs. And it's an ultimate team game. Yeah. So along with his teammates, but he was the leader of that team.
Yeah.
And they were the number 1 team in the country. For now 1 week, it was a couple weeks, right?
Yeah,
several weeks.
Absolutely.
The same Mississippi State, America that you just saw get drugged by Alabama. This man had that program at number 1. And then as T said, he came in rookie season and leader of the team.
13-3, man.
13-3. Now, where they run first? Undoubtedly.
Sure.
Undoubtedly. But especially since I've seen the Hard Knocks and everything like that, that man is a leader. He galvanizes his team.
He does.
He rallies. He rallies his team.
He does.
He does a great job of that. So that ain't nothing new. Just like it ain't nothing new what Lamar is doing. Lamar's
the same way national sports media harps on Tom Brady and those intangibles that they would love to go into.
Intangibles,
you have to apply those to Dak Prescott. There's just no other way to explain it.
But Lamar has the same thing though.
He does,
he
does, no doubt.
They look at it because Lamar is like the ultimate athlete, and sure, the man is God-given. But his intangibles in winning a football game are second to nobody in the NFL. He just happens to be the best athlete on the field too.
He came off the toilet and came out there and got them boys a dub. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, he did. He did.
The boy different. The boy different. Like we seeing some special things offensively in the league right now with these guys, man. And I just enjoy to watch. You know what I'm saying?
Please let me get that shirt. Thank you, Ms. Lisa. Can we get that shirt? You think we can get
that right there? I saw a video of him. It seems like they tricked him into thinking he was about to do an interview or something like that. And in actuality, he was getting his jersey retired by Louisville. And they were just pulling folks up on a Zoom call and he was talking to them. He was just so authentic. You could tell he really, really cared about the people that were on the screen. Just so real down to earth, man.
Yeah, man. And the only other person to get the jersey retired besides him in that university is Johnny Unitas.
Yeah.
He's a bad man. Johnny Unitas. Johnny Unitas is the only guy besides him to get his jersey retired by the University of Louisville.
How about that? He's a bad man. Listen, the 2 guys that we're talking about in Dak Prescott and in Lamar Jackson, these are 2 of the greatest college football players of all time.
Oh, they cut up now.
Right?
Okay.
These are
now somebody gonna view that as a hot take because of what you said about Dak. But you covered it. Let's give you your flowers. You were right there. Let them know what you saw.
At the end of the day, it's like my brother said. This man led Mississippi State to a number 1 ranking the first time in school history. They went to what they call a New Year's Six Bowl. They went to the Orange Bowl that year. They have not done that since he's left. They have been good. They have been competitive, but they have not been in the top 5 like that since Dak Prescott has left. That's the mark that he left behind, man. In the SEC, we all know and agree, doesn't matter where you're from in the country, the stats speak for themselves. It's the toughest conference in America, and all he did was leave that conference as the best player in that conference. Well, if you're the best player in the best conference in America, then it shouldn't be a secret that he can show up and ball. Same thing with Lamar Jackson. If Lamar Jackson wins the Heisman and is a runner-up for a Heisman the following year, there's no shock that he's going to show up and do work. I think sometimes we put guys in a box like Lamar, right? And we look at him and we say, well, he doesn't look the part. Well, what's the part? Because the part is we want the best football player on the field. This is different.
Football player. There we go. I need a football player.
This is different than Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow didn't have the mechanics to be a quarterback, right? And didn't have the mindset to want to switch and play something else. Lamar just happens to be able to do it all. So if you want the best football player, it's Lamar Jackson.
Please, University of Louisville, never ever disperse, never ever distribute the number 8 again. That was Lamar's number. Never distribute that number again, unless Lamar say, "Thank you, Miss Lisa," and then you can go and distribute it out. But that dude, man, I'm just proud of him because I remember watching him, and this is why it kind of bothers me, because I remember watching that dude sitting at draft night, and I'm going, what's wrong with him? Like, what do he do wrong at Louisville that nobody just like jumps up and get this talent? I mean, he's uber athletic. Yeah, okay, you can say what you want to say about mechanics, but that comes with just development and time. And now to see him where he is today, and I hope he goes far. I hope he goes to the freaking Super Bowl this year. I hope it's Ravens Cowboys. If you want me to just be blunt about it,
hold on,
Ravens Cowboys.
No.
Ravens Cowboys be fine with me because that's what the people want. I'm gonna give them what the people want.
That would tell you all right with me.
The people want. The people want it. If the people want it, the people want it. If
they
the people want
discount,
Ravens Cowboys,
double check. What's wrong with this?
If people want Ravens Cowboys, let's give them Ravens Cowboys.
As a Niner fan, we will have a board meeting.
And that's okay.
Right after this segment.
Hey, you know why? You know why I'm not worried about that board meeting? Because we won last week.
See that?
I ain't worried about that board meeting.
That's true.
I will say this before we get out of here, though. About that Steelers Seahawks game.
Mm-hmm.
I was refreshed to see some good hard running from the rookie Najee Harris.
Yeah.
And from the assortment of backs that the Seahawks were using.
Oh no, Alex Collins did his thing that second half.
Coming down the stretch, that wasn't a quarterback game.
Nah.
Those backs, that was some. And it shows how
they were missing Damian too. They were missing Dame.
And they would get still out there pounding the rock. And it was beautiful
to
me. It was beautiful to me. Now, what shocked me was the commentators were like, "Oh, this is different type of vibe." When even going back to when we were growing up, we were used to seeing teams pound the rock.
That's the norm, right?
We saw Emmitt Smith win an MVP. We saw Barry Sanders win an MVP just in our lifetimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now when people say, "Oh, for the running game to take over a game," you really don't see that. That's kind of just weird to me.
Maybe they should have seen the last few years.
No,
because it's a pass-happy league.
So pass-happy, but I still love to see a good rushing attack. You know what I'm saying? See a pulling guard go do clean somebody clock. You know what I'm saying? To see I hate when I see a defender in this pass-happy era. You pass the ball to a receiver in the flat or something. The receiver looking at the ball trying to make the catch. The defender come and clean his clock. Then the defender like, "Whoa, bro, what you do?" He was looking at the ball. All you did was hit a dummy, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's a rushing game, and you got that
square
back,
up.
You got to square up.
You got to square up.
You got to square up.
You got to wrap up.
Now you clean his clock.
That's a different thing.
That's a different thing, cuz you did something. It's mono, everybody going heads up. That's some great football to me.
Can I throw one more thing out there? And this is my hot take. I probably might heat this thing up after I say this.
Hold on.
So let me say this real quick. Ray,
yes, sir.
Y'all 5-1, right?
5-1, yes, sir. Okay. Should be 6-0, America.
I know. Here's what I will say. Jalen Mills on that play where he was covering CeeDee Lamb was half-assing. I know. If you go back and you look at that play, he was jogging next to CeeDee Lamb. Now, I've seen many a DB really strive to try to like stop CeeDee from scoring that.
Yeah.
but something about him running up trying to quote unquote stop CD made me feel some type of way. So what I'm saying today is I implore Bill Belichick to release Jalen Mills from his contract. I'm canceling Jalen Mills today. That's what I'm doing.
You bringing cancel culture to put it on something?
That's what I'm doing today. He gone. He got to go. That man jogged before CD caught the ball. Joe up there know what I'm talking about.
He did.
I saw the same play that before they count. What was it? A timeout or something? It was like something happened, or it was a false start. Something happened. They were about to run that same play.
Yep.
And it was gonna work.
Right.
The same action.
Yes.
It might have been great play design, T.
You know what Bill gonna do, man.
Jalen Mills today.
You tough,
trade him for 2 packs of Starburst and a honey bun.
No, go ahead and say it, T. Because Jalen Mills is the same guy that played for the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Cowboys has always torched him.
Okay. And now that's fair. That's fair.
Always. Jalen
Mills should
it's
not
bullying. It's bullying to this point.
Jalen Mills
the man is on another team, and they still.
I'll receive this.
Can we flame up the DC though? Because like I just said, they were in the same formation, running the same play, and then they came back to it because they saw
who's the defensive coordinator.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that DC is.
It ain't the same guy that they be doing.
Hey, hold on. Is it Belichick?
It's Belichick's son.
It's his son, ain't it?
Yeah. Oh, you talking about Mr. Tongue Out?
Is that the one that they were talking about? Like might be on that stuff.
Oh, right. I don't know about all that. Oh, right.
You ain't never seen the many faces of Steve Belichick?
Well, really. Let's be real. The defensive coordinator is Bill Belichick. Like he is a defensive coordinator, and in this case, he got smoked. Listen, for what it's worth, he threw the kitchen sink at Tom Brady to throw him off when they played against each other.
He did.
Yeah. If Mac was a little more seasoned, they would have won that one.
So it's just one of those things, man. Where I'm just telling y'all, like, if he can confuse Brady to the point where he keeps that a low scoring game and gives his team a chance to win, even though they lost, but they gave him a chance to win. I never once saw Dak Prescott confused. I never saw him.
Life. Cub about that life, man.
I never saw him confused. I never saw him rattled. This guy is different, and I think America is finally starting to see it because he has pieces all around him now, where before it was the pieces support Dak. I'm just telling you, it's not like that. Dak supports the pieces.
I definitely agree.
I think when Aaron retires, he should end up being a Packer.
Well, now why would you say that? What that got to do with anything?
Real quick, right?
I'm early recruit.
Yeah,
what you think about that boot? Him wearing the boot after the game.
I think they have put a ton of money into Dak Prescott, and if he sneezes, they're gonna put a mask on him. So it's just one of those things where you have to do everything in your power to. First, you got to protect Dak from himself. You got to protect him from himself because he's going to want to be the super tough guy. Put him in the boot. He's going to do all kind of rehab for the next 2 weeks. He'll be fine. I take him at his word when he says, if I needed to play another quarter, I could do it. I really do.
All right. So I'm going to ask this one more question. I know we got to wrap it up.
Who are we, BET?
Has he always been worth the money?
Shut up there.
Huh?
Don't worry about it. I handle it.
Okay. What was that,
T? Has Dak Prescott truly been always worth that money?
I would say yes. Just simply because
like were you one of those that was like, I don't know if we should
remember what I said now.
You got to rehash me.
Remember what I said. I said in the moment that Jerry Jones should have paid Dak before, because from Jerry Jones' standpoint, he did a disservice to himself, to his own pocketbook, by waiting this late. But Dak should have been paid as a franchise quarterback from the time he started showing the promise, which was at the end of his rookie deal. Right. You know what you have in a quarterback. Like we talk about, Joe just said Baker Mayfield is not worth the money. So you know that after the first contract.
Don't tell Hulu that.
We know Daniel Jones is not worth the first contract. Like you see the guys and what they're made of. Whether they're putting up numbers, that's irregardless. Do they have what it takes to be a franchise quarterback? Right. Dak Prescott has that. Guys missed on him for 4 rounds, but anybody that plays with him or played against him will tell you he's gonna be probably the first or second best player on the field. You're just seeing it now because Dak has experience. He's 28, so he's not a kid anymore. He's literally a grown man in this league that has seen every defense, so you can't really confuse him anymore. And now, not only can you not confuse him, he has pieces to exploit you. And I'm just happy about it. America,
who you supposed to be?
America, let's go. Let's go, America.
I like it.
Well, America, y'all chime in. Tell us what y'all thought about week 6 in the NFL. Are y'all Cowboys fan as happy as my brother Ray Caesar Leo?
I'm happy we won this week and we was off. I am happy.
Indeed.
Won't he will?
Oh, nice.
Put it on something.
My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit Statement Tees, LLC.com, and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
Makes a statement.